Hello everyone. Today we are going to start GATE syllabus and all. Okay, so let us first understand about the GATE examination. GATE Aerospace actually. Okay, so GATE Aerospace. Okay, so let us understand about that and then let us make a plan for it. Okay, so how we are going to study, how much marks do we need and all. So we will make a plan for it and then we will start the syllabus. So let me go through the syllabus first. Okay, so first thing is that aptitude, general aptitude. Okay, so that is general aptitude. Okay, then the second subject is mathematics. Okay, so it is engineering mathematics and class 11 12, so they will ask from that. Okay, then there is the third subject, that is strength of materials. Okay, and then there is the fourth subject, that is aircraft structure. Okay, aircraft structure. Okay, and in strength of material there is also one thing, that is failure theory. Okay, so there is also failure theory, strength of material plus failure theory. Okay, so what are different failure theories and all, we will see about that. Okay, so don't worry about it. Then there is aircraft structure. Okay, and then after that there is aerodynamics and aerodynamics plus fluid dynamics. Okay, so they all come combined together. Okay, then there is gas dynamics. Okay, and then there is jet propulsion and rocket propulsion. Okay, and jet propulsion, rocket propulsion, and then there is vibrations. Okay, vibration, and then after the vibration there is space mechanics. Okay, so there is a space mechanics. Okay, and after space mechanics there is aircraft performance. Okay, performance, and then there is again one another subject, that is aircraft stability. Okay, so I hope I have covered everything. Okay, if something is missing out, then you guys let me know. Okay, so general aptitude would be mostly around 12 to 15 marks. Okay, so now I will mark out the how much marks it will be asked. Okay, so general aptitude will be approximately around 12 to 15 marks, and then mathematics will be approximately around the same marks, like 10 to 12 marks or something like that, 12 to 15 marks. Okay, and SRAM is again 8 to 10 marks, and aircraft structure is again between that 4 to 6 marks. Okay, then aerodynamics is again 6 to 8 marks, and gas dynamics is again approximately 6 to 8 marks. Jet propulsion and rocket propulsion like something around 20 marks, 20 to 22 marks. Okay, and vibration something around 4 to 6 marks, and then space mechanics something around 4 marks, something 2 to 4 marks. Okay, and then aircraft performance is again something around 8 to 10 marks, and stability is again 4 to 6 marks. Okay, so this is how they are going to ask you, like something like that. Okay, so and if your goal is to get into the IITs like IIT Madras, IIT Bombay, okay, and IIT Kanpur, okay, and there is one IISc Bangalore. Okay, so if your goal is to get into this four prestigious colleges for aerospace, okay, especially like aerospace have some certain branches like MS in propulsion, MS in propulsion, so or aerodynamics. Okay, MS in propulsion or aerodynamics, and there is another subject, that is fluid dynamics, fluid and thermal dynamics. Okay, then there is again structural. Okay, structure. Okay, so there are like different discipline in IIT. Okay, but mostly the person who are like more devoted towards the aerospace generally choose propulsion and aerodynamics. Some choose structure as well, and some choose fluid dynamics as well. Okay, so to get into these four prestigious colleges. Okay, so how much minimum marks you need is if you score between like 45 to 50 marks, okay, then you can get into this college. Okay, like it would be difficult to get into IIC Bangalore. Okay, if you are from general category, then it is very difficult at this one. But if you are in like OBC categories and all, then it is quite easy. Now let's not talk about the categories. Let's focus on that. How much marks should we score so that it is safe for both, whether it is OBC or general. Okay, so you need at least 50 marks. Okay, so you need at least 50 marks. You need to score at least 50 marks to get into this prestigious colleges. Okay, and if the paper is tough, then yeah, at 50 marks you would become a topper. And guys, there is one thing I would like to say: don't focus on becoming a topper or ranker. Okay, so focus that you can get into the IITs and all. First increase your level from 0 to 30 marks. Okay, right, it is very easy to score between 0 to 30 marks, and then it is moderate level to go from 30 to 40 marks. Okay, and then it is quite difficult to go from 40 to 50 marks. Okay, and it is very difficult to go from 50 to 60 marks. Okay, and then 60, and those who are very sincere get 60 to between 70 marks. Okay, and they become the topper, and 70 to 80 marks. Okay, something like that. Okay, so this is like average, very very easy. Then this is the average one, and like this is the sorry, very very easy. Then this is the average one, this is the good one, this is the like those who have studied better, okay, in a better way, and those who have studied in a best way, and those who have and above that, those who are studying in excellent way. Okay, like that. Okay, so now like how much marks, so these are the like marks outlet that gate always asks each and every year. They can change. Okay, so sometimes they do change. Okay, but so if your goal is to score at least like 50 marks, okay, then how you can plan. So you can plan like that. For general aptitude, you can expect if you score even 8 marks. Okay, so let's say that you scored 8 marks in general aptitude, and then in mathematics, let's say around 10 to 12. Again, let's say that you have scored the 8 marks in maths. Okay, then in aerodynamics, so let's say in aerodynamics you have scored at least 6 marks, and then in gas dynamics, okay, so you have scored at least 4 marks. Okay, then there is jet propulsion. So out of 20 marks, let's say that you have scored uh, 15 marks, 15 12 to 15. Okay, let's say that 12 to 15 marks. Okay, and then in rocket propulsion, out of like 4 to 5 4 to 6 marks, you have scored, let's say that 4 marks minimum. Okay, and then there is aircraft performance. So let's say that in aircraft performance you have scored at least out of like 8 to 10 marks, you scored at least 6 marks. And then aircraft stability, so out of 4 to 6 you scored like, let's say that 4 marks minimum. Okay, and if you study space dynamics, okay, and in space dynamics you have scored, let's say that space dynamics is quite easy sometimes. Okay, so at least let's say 2 marks you have scored in space dynamics. Okay, and in strength of materials, let's say that you have scored in a strength of material, let's say out of like 8 to 8 to 10 marks, you have scored, let's say that 6 marks. Okay, then that is enough for you to get into some IITs. Okay, so say let's say let us add all this. So 8 plus 8, 16. Okay, so and how much this will give? 8 plus 8, 16 plus 6, 16 plus 6. So let us add like this: 10 and 10, 20 and 10, 35, 35 and 10, 45, 45 plus 16. Okay, 51 marks, I think. Okay, I guess around 51 marks, and this 2 marks, so plus 2. So this is something around 53 marks. Okay, and That is the minimum amount of number you are scoring. Okay, that is the minimum amount of number you are scoring. You can increase your score in mathematics. Okay, so you can get even 10 marks or something like that. Okay, then you can increase your score in aerodynamics, in strength of materials. Okay, so you can increase your score in these subjects. Okay, and even if you leave some subjects like vibrations. Okay, so these are the quite difficult subjects. Okay, vibrations and then aircraft structure. Okay, so if you leave even these two subjects, okay, then still you are in a safe zone. Okay, you will be able to score this much marks. Okay, and you can see actually they ask, so there is like they ask from like 10 to 12 marks, and you only need to score 8 marks. Okay, so you still have a you can, and by doing some sincere work, you can easily score this much marks. Okay, and if you get like 51 to 50 or 53 marks, and if you are like supposed to increase your marks, then you can increase in propulsion. Okay, actually sometimes it is difficult to increase marks in propulsion, but you can increase marks in propulsion. Okay, and then there is gas dynamics, so you can also increase marks in gas dynamics as well, because sometimes you can get complete marks, but these subjects are quite difficult to increase full marks. Okay, and then there is aerodynamics, so you can definitely increase in aerodynamics is not that difficult. And uh, and then there is general aptitude maths as well, so you can actually get into IIT. Okay, so you can actually get into IITs, any IITs, if you like make a plan like that. Okay, so I hope you have understood that how you have to study and how you have to do this. Now then, how you have to study. So first thing first is that you have to study all these subjects very sincerely. Okay, so we have to study all the subjects of general aptitude, mathematics, aerodynamics, gas dynamics, jet propulsion, rocket propulsion, aircraft performance, aircraft stability, space dynamics, and strength of materials. So you have to study all these subjects very sincerely. Then you have to make a quick formula. Okay, you have to do quick revision. Okay, quick formula. Then you have to solve all the PYQs. Okay, so remember, like gate is not asking anything that is like you have never seen. Okay, so they will okay, and solving the PIQs will give you the clear picture, clear ideas about that, how the gate is framing the questions and how these questions are being asked to you. Okay, so I believe that this is how one should start preparing if you are preparing for 2027, and if you want to get into some IITs like IIT Madras or Bombay or Kanpur, or even if you want to get into ISC Bangalore. Okay, so well, there are other IITs as well. So even if you score less than 53, like in the range between 45 to 50, then there are other IITs as well. Okay, but you may not get the desired discipline like propulsion or the like aerodynamics. Okay, but definitely you will get some another desired discipline like applied mechanics, atmospheric sciences. Okay, and some another. Okay, and you can even get into IIST, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, that is in the Thiruvananthapuram, or you can get some NITs. Okay, so so that is the quite the safest way to play in the gate. Okay, so if you want to like clear gate in one go, but don't underestimate the gate. Okay, so you need one whole year of labor, you need to do that. Okay, and you don't need to study like okay, so you can even study like 2 hours a day, 2 hours day and 2 hours night. Okay, daily and consistently. Okay, and not only because it is not enough. Okay, it is not enough, but if you are like busy working and all, then 2 hours a day and 2 hours a night, this is at least required. Okay, this is at least required. I'm not saying this is enough. Okay, but this is at least required to study in gate. Okay, so friends, like, so I will be like not giving you anything about the general aptitude, because it is like you people are very smart and you guys can do it. Okay, so just solve the PYQs, previous year questions of the general aptitude that is asked in GATE Aerospace. Okay, and then you will get the quite idea about how to start studying all these things. Okay, I will give you the idea about the mathematics, aerodynamics, gas dynamics, jet propulsion, rocket propulsion, aircraft performance. Okay, and then aircraft stability, space dynamics, and also about the strength of material. So I will give you this lectures, okay? But see, my lectures are from my quick notes, okay? So by quick notes, because in gate you don't need derivation, big derivations and all, okay? So I'm not going to do the derivations and all, but definitely I'm going to explain about those formulas or those concepts, okay, and how they are used, and uh, what type of questions have been asked based on those particular formula or particular questions or particular thing, okay? So that is quite very easy, okay, and not easy, but it is quite very important to understand that how those concepts and formulas are being used and being asked in the gate, and how you can use that to solve the questions and get to the answers, okay? So that is how we will proceed, okay? So I will start with the SOM, strength of materials, okay, and then we will move on to the aerodynamics, then we will move on to the gas dynamics, then jet propulsion, rocket propulsion, okay? And because without understanding the aerodynamics and gas dynamics, jet propulsion and rocket propulsion become sometimes difficult. So first we will study the strength of materials, because it is nothing but mathematics, okay? Generally mathematics, and there are some concepts that you need to understand, and if you understand that concepts, okay, then you will definitely be able to solve all these questions, okay? So sorry guys, so there are some concepts, and if you understand that, then you will definitely be able to solve all these things, okay? So SOM, then aerodynamics, gas dynamics, jet propulsion, rocket propulsion, aircraft performance, aircraft stability, space dynamics, and then in the end we will do the mathematics as well. Okay. So why I'm going with the mathematics at the end? Because everyone, those who are preparing for GATE, they study the mathematics at first. Okay, and then when it comes nearby, like when it comes to the end, okay, then they don't give much importance to the mathematics, okay, and sometimes they forget it, okay, and then in the exam they make some use error even after knowing the formula, even after knowing the questions and all, even after being familiar with the topic, they make the mistake, okay, and thus they lose the marks, okay? And it is quite easy to score full marks in mathematics, okay? So that is why we will see that at the end, okay, so that we can remember it and we do not forget it, okay? And it will also be a good practice at the end for those who have already studied it in the advance at the beginning, and then they can practice it at the end, okay? So this is how we will proceed, and if time allows, then we will also start with the general aptitude PYQ solutions and all, okay? And I will give you guys the quick concept, the quick notes, the detailed concept, the detailed notes, although I would not be doing the derivations and all, because that is well, I can we can do the derivation, but that is not advisable because it is time wasting and all. So we should focus on how much efficiently we can study with less number of efforts, and how much efficiently we can score the good marks, okay? So our focus should be that, and then we will do the PYQ and all, provide all the solutions for the all the years of PYQ that has been done from the 2007 to till date, okay, 2026, okay? So we will see all the solutions and all, okay? And then after that that is done, then we will do some like questions from the different books and different model papers, so that we get the, so that would be like practice questions for the GATE aerospace, okay, from different book or different model papers and all, okay? So that would be a good way to make ourselves prepared for the upcoming GATE 2027 examination, okay? So that is all guys, okay? So that is all with this that is all with this particular thing, because in coming future we will be going to study all those things in details, okay? So bye, have fun, take care, and make your plan, okay, ready, make your plan ready, okay? And you don't have lots of time, okay? But if you start working from now on, then you will definitely score more than 50 marks, okay? But first of all, you should focus on scoring at least 50 marks, okay? So your first priority will be at least get into the range of 50 marks, okay? And then slowly and gradually increase your level and go beyond 50 to 60, and then go beyond 60 to 70, and then 70 to 80. So this is how toppers prepare for examinations, okay? So you need to understand that analogy, and then you need to prepare like that. So thank you